Hello everybody, and welcome back to King of Bots Great Season 3. This is the 4th episode, and we are in a new filming location. This is so that there's hopefully less shadow so you guys can see better. It's the hope. Still gonna work on camera angles. Already, this one's a bit messy. Let me see. Enough of the arena. How about that? That's good. Alright. So tonight, the 34 competitors that either lost their first fight or didn't have a first fight will be competing in 12 matches to finish out the teams. So, we will be saying goodbye to 22 contestants tonight. Whether they're international, whether they've had past success, all of that stuff. So we have 10 three-way melees and 2 head-to-head battles, which will be closing out the night. And the winners are randomly going to be assigned onto a team until each team has 5 members. So, how's about we get into our first match? Matches were also randomly drawn. We have First Blood, the Dutch Machine, vertical spinner, lost last episode. I forget who to. I think it was to Bucky when they just exploded. Then we have X Factor, who you'll remember from episode 1, the front hinge flipper. They lost in the final fight of episode 1 to Wavelength. So, certainly not a poor loss. And lastly, we have Hydro, also lost episode 1 in episode 1 to Falcon. So let's get into this match. 3, 2, 1, begin. Oh, that drum gets up to speed, and it's a pretty good drum when it works. Ooh, oh, so is the weapon. First Blood, when it works, although it would appear that they've been pinned onto their head. Oh, but they've fallen over with the force that the flipper just flung Hydro into the wall. So we have one contestant that's really in working order right now, and that's X Factor, but they aren't quite low enough to get underneath Hydro in that encounter. They self right now, and the weapon has come off of First Blood. Oh! X Factor's gone! And Hydro's stuck on his back, so we may be seeing a bit of a iffy win. He's lost an entire side. Wow. Well, First Blood, the Dutch Machine, looks like they'll be pulling off a victory, but certainly luck had to do with it. A lot of luck had to do with it. And they will be joining Sakona Visca's team. So joining some pretty good machines on that team. You got Abel, you got Vicio, and you got Wavelength. So you're certainly going to be looking at that team to go far. And when they have to choose who goes, wouldn't be surprised if poor old First Blood here was one of them. Next up, we have the North American Hammerbot of Blue, lost last episode. Got pinned by somebody that I don't remember. Medusa. Medusa was who. They are taking on, first off, Cruncher, the grabber bot who can't self-right. Lost their first match to somebody, lost their exhibition to reigning champions Ember, but they put up a good fight. And lastly, we have Dummy, who got wrecked by Card King. Let's get into it. 3, 2, 1, begin. We got 2 bots who can't self-right. And, it didn't exactly go well for Cruncher here. Although, Dummy is actually the lowest spot here. I mean, that scoop is hinged. Although so is Blue's, and you can see that now as the two are just ramming into each other, and Blue being forced to flail about, and Self-Right Cruncher is dead, I'm pretty sure. I don't think he's getting back up from this. Although Dummy putting in a super good performance here. Could they win? Oh, no! They've killed themselves on the floor flipper! Blue, not the most impressive victory you could have asked for. Can't even land a hammer blow, but it's a victory nonetheless. Let's see whose team he'll be on. He will be joining Urtwaz's team, so he's got to team up with the machine that beat him. That might be a bit tough. So, we will see how that one goes. Next up, we have Spirit, the 360-degree lifter, who beat a unique weapon in their first match, but lost last episode to Apollo. So, no real shame in losing to Apollo, really. Next up, we have Saber, a Japanese flipper bot, or Chinese flipper bot, rather. Didn't do particularly well, to say the least. And we got a bit of a grudge match here, because a unique weapon is in this match, and they lost to Spirit. So, let's see if they can redeem themselves here. 3, 2, 1. Begin. And here we go, already with some action on the board here. Slamming in no real big weapon hits yet, although the unique weapon has lost his weapon. Spirit using the lifter to topple Saber, and it stayed together, at least partially. That's pretty nice. Oh, and a shove from a unique weapon. Certainly in a spot of bother without that scoop, although that was a pretty decent shot with the weapon. Oh, what the heck was that? I don't know, the floor flipper did something wacky there and launched something. Spirit's weapon is still together, and I think Saber is stuck. So this is really just a head-to-head. Oh, Saber's weapon's starting to break. Oh, takes that hit like a champion. Oh, Saber's back. And I don't think it was long enough for a count-out to occur. They get lifted over instantly. Spirit is just showing off here, although there goes that lifter plate finally. Quite surprised it lasted as long as it did. Unique weapon finally potentially being able to self-right, but they lose the weapon, and I don't know how much they can really handle here. Oh, what a slam from Spirit there. A unique weapon trying to say they're still relevant. What a slam. Oh, that wasn't really necessary, was it now? Oh, they've parked Saber, but Saber, big wheels on the outside. Can they get out of these bricks? That wedge may actually be hurting them in this category. Oh, Saber's fallen over. I don't think that a unique weapon can self-right from this position, so there goes Spirit, the potential victor of this match. I think Saber's stuck. It's actually not a lot of time left, but I'm going to start the count out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knockout. 1 second left on the clock, so These two almost brought Spirit to a decision, but I think it would have been a fairly easy decision to make nonetheless. Spirit was missing for a lot of the, or Saber was missing for a lot of the fight. And even then, a unique weapon didn't really do much to pull his own weight, did he? What team will Spirit be joining? Let's see. He will be joining Battlelot's Fights Explains team. So, joining Ember, Titan, and Sully. That's a pretty good team, honestly, to join. So, I would be pretty happy with that. Anyway, next up, we have the Mongolian spring-powered flipper Cardstock, who lost to Greedy Snake last time. Taking on two vertical spinners, technically. First is Red Alert, lost to Leech when they got their weapon wiped off. And lastly, we have Winsect, who got murdered by Titan and lost their weapon. Now, the weapon hasn't been reattached for this fight. It got wrecked. So, we'll see if they can win this as just a wedge. 3, 2, 1, begin. Trying to get in at the back already is Red Alert onto Cardstock. Oh, Winsect being a nice doorstop that allows Red Alert to get in with that weapon. Oh, shoved onto the floor, flipper, and now without a weapon, so Cardstock is more or less facing two unarmed wedges in this match. Shoving one around with ease, the other gets flipped. Oh, they get flipped. Winsect can't self-right without that weapon, and, well, now they're just straight up stuck. So is Red Alert. High centered on the bricks, only just, but they can't quite escape it, so another pretty quick win, to be honest. Let's see which team Cardstock will be joining. He's gonna be joining a pretty good team, honestly. Joining Crystal Carnage's team alongside Apollo, Soichoku, and Card King. So that's a scary team. So we'll see. It's not great joining really good teams because that can mean you're next on the chopping block. Is the problem with that? So we'll see how it goes. But next up, Mutant here with the big drum did great against Titan until the drum came off. Against a bot that I've forgotten the name of. I'm pretty sure it was Treebot. It was probably Treebot. And Lion's Head. 3, 2, 1, begin. So we got a massive drum, a vertical spinner, and a front-end flipper that hasn't had a fight yet this season. Oh! That was quite the way to knock over your opponent. That's really what this weapon does. Oh! Oh, that was a really nice shot, actually. Right on the wheel as well. Like, that was a perfect hit. Coming off of that floor flipper flip for Newton onto Treebot. And Treebot isn't moving. It might just be dead. Oh! It was a real nice hit. And there's nothing Lion's Head seems to be able to do about this. He's just getting tossed about himself. Oh! He does get a decent shot in. Oh, that one hurt. That one absolutely hurt. Wow. Oh, now right on the wheels. There can't be very much left. Oh! They do get a shot in. Lion's Head, remember, lost their last fight because they got high center on their own wedge. And now their wheels are getting churned, but they're alive. We'll see if they can wear down their opponent, but that wedge getting absolutely trashed. Oh, that hit looked like it hurt. Oh, it's just getting worse and worse for Lion's Head here. That wedge is messed up. It's so bent. Oh! Oh, that's actually a nice shot from Lion's Head. I'm almost positive their drive is somewhat damaged here. Just all these shots everywhere. They can't possibly be going well. And using the back to push him around, that is showing some control right there. We got 30 seconds left. We're running out of time for a KO. Unless it's an Uta. Oh, that was a good hit from Juggernaut. Although Lion's Head comes in with his own really nice shot. But just cannot handle Mutant here. I've probably been calling it Juggernaut a lot, actually, haven't I? That would be unfortunate. Less than 10 seconds left, so unless a really quick Uta happens, we're looking for this one last hit, and that's the impression the judges will get. Lion's Head, look at the wedge. It's been completely bent, but they kept going. Treebot's gone. Treebot is eliminated. I'll give you that much. Based on control, aggression, and damage, though, I think it's pretty clear that the winner is Mutant, but let's give Lion's Head a clap as they leave the stadium, because oh boy did they put up a great hecking fight. Really impressive that they managed to survive that. The direct hits on the wheels and everything, the wedge just completely messed up. I mean, it's impressive that they lasted like that. So, they deserve a clap, I think. Who is Mutant joining? Is the question. Well, he is finishing a team, and that team is Urtwaz's team, team number 3. No! Battle Outsides Explains team. I'm dumb. I'm stupid. Anyway. That's team 3. So, joining Spirit, as well as Ember, Titan, and Sully, we will see how they do. I think it's a very well-rounded team, so I think that they could be very successful. Anyway, next fight is up. We have Slideshow in it. Made it all the way to the top 8 in Season 2 without losing a fight. But they got wrecked in their first match this season. Like, completely creamed against Wavelength. And we also have the unlucky bot to draw Ember in the first round is Raging Fury. And it's a really big shame that one of these two bots has to go, because both are without question really good machines. Both made the top 8 last season, so it is such a shame that they will be going. Very unfortunate. Now we have Flaming Dragon, a veteran who competed in all 3 seasons, similar to Raging Fury, but has never had success. So, see if he can get the upset here. 3, 2, 1, begin. Oh! A fork taken off of Slideshow. These are longer forks than the old. This is a newer version of Slideshow. New forks, but not a new weapon, so I don't really know what's going on there. The slam there. Oh, what a hit from Flaming Dragon. I think Slideshow is done. Raging Fury is struggling to get its weapon going, really. And knocked over. This is going a way I did not expect in the slightest that it would be going. Figured we'd have a big brawl between all 3 machines. and that Slideshow or Raging Fury would end up taking it when the other went, but Slideshow went quick. Oh. Ah, what a hit. Just absolutely jumping about. Oh, gosh. Oh, finally back up. Oh, what a shot. We got some big hits coming in here. Ooh, finally a pretty decent return. A really decent return. We're approaching a minute left. That is another massive hit, though. Look at this. Absolutely shredding him. This just reminded me a lot of Sochoka versus Valken from the last episode. Just a Lego vert creaming a cardboard vert with ease. Normally those are the more powerful vertical spinners. And this is actually dangerous. Flaming Dragon may not be able to get out of this situation. Oh, they are. We got less than 30 seconds left. And that might be the hit of the match. From Flaming Dragon there. Fury is back at it again. Oh, and we are out of time. Going to the judges the second time this episode. Boy, did I not expect Slideshow to go out as early as they did. Wow. That has got to be a really big disappointment for Slideshow. I came into this tournament thinking that they were going to have a super far run, but honestly, draw wasn't too kind to them. Getting Wavelength and Raging Fury. Just not a very kind draw. But I think you guys both, you all know where this decision is going to go. It's going to Raging Fury. We've had two decisions, neither were close at all, but where will Raging Fury be staying? Well, we will be completing another team, and that is Crystal Carnage's team. Joining Cardstock as well as the others on that team. So we'll see how he can do. I just compared him to Sochoku, and now he's on Sochoku's team, so we will be seeing how he does. Alright, here we have Extinguisher with the big front plow. That's its name, right? I don't remember, honestly. With its grabbing, lifting claw and its massive anti-spinner wedge, which could come in handy against these two spinners. First, we have VYX with the drum, and we have Insurant with the massive full-body spinner. 3, 2, 1... begin. Oh, instantly slamming into the bricks is not what you want to show. Although, they do take a chunk out of that wedge on Extinguisher instantly, and Extinguisher just getting battered here early on, and Insurance broken, but we've knocked VYX up onto his side. Oh, and they've gone out the arena. And he looks like he's pinned the other one behind the floor flipper. Another one of those knockouts, I guess. Quick win. One of the quickest I think we've had from Extinguisher there. Bit of luck definitely had to do with it, but kind of impressive. Whose team will they be joining? Still have 2 teams that haven't gotten a 4th member, and he will be going to one of those teams. Going to Cam the Core's team, joining Omega, Bucky, and Advanced Primate there. So, probably one of the weaker teams, I would say. But they do have some decent machines. Advanced Primate, Deadly, Omega, pretty good. Here we have, first up, Shredder, who got wrecked by Leech. Absolutely creamed. Then we have Lightning Strikes, who got top 12 last season. And are looking at it again, but going to be a lot more difficult after that loss to Advanced Primate. And lastly, Ultraviolet, who lost their first match, and I don't remember who they faced. 3, 2, 1, begin. 2 horizontals and a drill. Okay, I don't know what's going on, but somehow Shredder seems to have self-righted out of that. That 1-2 disc, Ultraviolet haunting the dreams of these machines until Lightning Strikes just absolutely funnels it into the 4 flipper. That's the key with Lightning Strikes. It's basically Wavelength with swords. Shredder not getting the most massive hits in. Oh, that one sounded big, though. That one sounded like a really nice hit. Weapon to weapon. Oh my gosh! Well, I don't really know what's happened there. Lightning Strike's trying to somehow knock him down. I would just take the win, and I think that's what they're gonna do now. That's, quite interesting. Lightning Strike's the victor. Whose team does he get on? He will be the first of the episode to get onto Del Boy's team, which has Leech, Greedy Snake, and Turkey Rammer. Another interesting team, seems a lot more control-based. They've got a Rammer, they've got a Drill Pusher, and they have a Control Bot, but they do have Leech as well, so don't know what I'm really saying there. That's why we see Juggernaut, the biggest op in competition with the biggest weapon, ready to absolutely cream these machines. First up is Decker. We haven't seen fight yet. Looks kind of like Deep Six, although has a pretty big wedge at the front and a pretty big bar. And lastly is Phoenix. So another grudge, because Phoenix lost to Juggernaut in the first episode. 3, 2, 1, begin. Also, Phoenix and Juggernaut both got top 8 in Season 1. Oh, what a hit! Oh my gosh! This is why Juggernaut is to be feared, people. He is such a heavy hitter. So heavy he can break himself, but not before he breaks the opposition like heckin' Decker, who has been decked. Aw, goodness. That is more impressive than I think anyone this episode. Massive glass cannon is Juggernaut, but when he works, he heckin' works. Definitely a threat. Whose team is he getting on? Will he be back on Cam's team? No, but he will be closing out a team. Of course he will, because that's the only option left. And it will be at Sakona Visca's team, joining First Blood, as well as Wavelength, Vicio, and Abel. So, definitely great looking team. Although, I have to say, I am pretty sad to see Phoenix go this early. They've always been a decent threat, and they are probably the best flipper in China, so it is a shame to see them crash out that early. Alright. 3 fights left, and 3 more open spots. This one kind of seems like a bit of an easy match for Falcon here to get back onto a team as he takes on Weaver and Receiver, but you never know. Weaver could win the fight. 3, 2, 1, begin. We have no wedges in this match except for the one on the rear of Weaver, although Receiver may have won this fight for Weaver because he's just pinned Falcon. What is that? Oh no, Weaver! Oh, he's just wrecked both. Look at Weaver. Oh, he's completely bent his side up. Although he himself has been... Falcon is just wrecked as well. Kind of creamed his own chassis there. Well, Falcon moved a bit more than the others. Oh! Or will Weaver. Both are kind of moving, but I don't know if it's really enough. Oh, Weaver gets a hit. I think this will be a triple KO, though. I don't think it's necessarily enough. So I'm going to call it a triple KO. Receiver, I'll call it a double KO. Weaver and Falcon did move a bit afterwards. I think I have to give this to Falcon for that hit, which really just killed everyone. But look at that. This chassis is not supposed to be this shape. And Weaver is not supposed to have that there. Absolutely messy fight. What team will Falcon be joining? Well, he will be closing out Kamet the Core's team, joining Extinguisher, as well as the others on Kamet the Core's team, including Omega, Bucky, and Advanced Primate. Well, those being, I should say. Now we have the 2 head-to-heads. This is the last fights of the episode, including Darkseid, who upset Tiger Shark, then lost last episode. Got wrecked, I should say, by Vicio against Knight of Excalibur with the big axe. 3, 2, 1, begin. Got that tiny bar, and it's gone. And it's gone, and so is that, and he's upside down. I think that is quite safe to say that that's the match. Knights of Excalibur with a bit of an upset, I'd say. Darkseid beat Tiger Shark, one of the most devastating machines in the entire tournament, but lost this fight. Well, he will be joining, wait for it, ladies and gents, Del Boy's team, closing it out. So this last match is for a spot finishing out Urtlaz's team, and it's a head-to-head between Mantis with the lifting fork and the treads, and the aforementioned Tiger Shark. 3, 2, 1, begin. Now, Atlas got wrecked by Ember in the last episode, and now they're taking on who may as well be the deadliest bot in the competition. Oh, that's gone. No lifter left. The treads are all coming off. Oh, he's shedding parts. Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. Absolutely fucking dead. Oh my gosh! Yeah, that's the fight. Shrapnel is everywhere. It's just flown behind the camera from these hits. I mean, that's pretty impressive. The lifter's gone. I mean, look at it. Look at all of these parts. This used to be a robot. Now it's not. I'd be pretty happy if I was Urtwas for gaining a bot with that much destructive capability. Wow. Absolutely hecking creamed. So that's the end of this episode. Next episode will be the first official one where I will be explaining the tournament format. May do that in an announcement video after that one. May not. Who knows? But we do, in fact, have stuff. You know? Anyway, that stuff is... I don't know. I'm hallucinating. We will be seeing the teams have their first matches against each other next episode. But until then, I have been Turtle Noob. This has been the Turtle Noob YouTube channel, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.